Good evening, Team Dunbar. This is Principal Ingram with our very last installment of the Summer Reading Series. Listen, it has been my pleasure to join with you each week and read these books and discuss them and share our thoughts around them. It has truly been a joy for me, and I hope that something that has been done or said is going to uplift you. It has motivated you, it has inspired you to do and be more. Even though things look the way they look right now, we cannot let our current circumstances determine where we will end up. And so, boys and girls, even in the midst of a pandemic, I want you to be encouraged that you are still the ones that are going to change the world, make a difference, and be the difference that we all desire. Whether it was the book Crown that made you laugh about your experience at the barbershop or the beauty shop, or the book Enough, where we learned about 20 protesters who came and changed the world, or even our first book, Mama, Did You Hear the News, where we wrestled with how we talk about what's happening in the civil unrest in our country, or even I Am Perfectly Designed, where we learn to love exactly who we are. Boys and girls, I hope you found yourself represented in each of those books and know that one day, possibly, you could be an author and share your story and inspire others to be great, do great, and just spread greatness abroad. Before we get ready to read our last book of this series, parents, I want to encourage you. In fact, I implore you to visit Power School so that you can make an informed decision regarding your child's enrollment for the fall. As you all have heard, Superintendent Ray announced there are two options for this fall. The traditional brick and mortar, where we will be implementing as best we can social distancing protocols and other safety measures to ensure that everyone who is in the physical space is safe. Or option two, where you can follow along with us at home virtually. A few weeks back, our school board has adopted or agreed, to ensuring that every single student in our district has a device. And so if that is your holdup, know that Shelby County Schools is working it out for you so that you will have that access at home. But parents, we want you to make the very best decision for you. Don't want to push a decision on you, but we want you to really think about the needs of your family, your personal needs, your child's needs, and make the best decision possible. More information on the Safe Reentry Plan, as well as the options for reentry, can be found at scsk12.org. If you have questions as you begin to register, even though our buildings are still closed, you can call 416-5300 and ask for the Parent Welcome Center. At the Parent Welcome Center, they will be able to help you navigate the options and figure out what is truly best for you. But no, here at Dunbar, we are going to continue to raise the bar through the arts, academics, and excellence. Now, that may look a little bit different, but we are going to make it happen for our children. Excuse me, I got a little thirsty. Now, for this week's book, we've had a lot of books where we could see ourselves in those books and see ourselves represented in various capacities and various situations. But today, I want you to use your imagination. This week's book is entitled, What If the Zebras Lost Their Stripes? And I want you to put yourself in the shoes or in the place of a zebra. Now, we know that zebras can't talk. We know that zebras, even though they may have thoughts, we can't really hear them as humans. But I want you boys and girls to put yourself in the seat of one of these zebras. And I want you to think about the concept of diversity and why it is important. What a boring world it would be if everyone was like Mr. Ingram or if everyone was like you. But because of diversity, we can learn from each other, we can become greater together if we recognize we have more in common than we do different. So this week's book is very short, but I really want you to think long and hard about how this applies to your life and what might you possibly do differently as a result of thinking like a zebra. Let's dig in. Again, our book is What If the Zebras Lost Their Stripes? It is by John Reitano, and it is illustrated by William Haynes. What if the zebras lost their stripes, and some lost black, and some lost white? What if? Would they think that it's all right? Or would the zebras start to fight? I think there might be a better option than fighting. What do you think, boys and girls? Would there be separate zebra types if the zebras lost their stripes? Would different colors be the end of living life as loving friends? Would zebras see themselves as zebras, or would their colors make them start to only see the black or white and not what lives within their heart? Would there be separate zebra lands? Could black and white friends still hold hands? Would zebra children be okay to join together, laugh, and play? I know why God gave zebras stripes, so that there'd be no black or white. But zebras would be much too smart to let their colors tear them apart. Boys and girls, there's so much going on in our world, but I am so encouraged in knowing that the future is in good hands with my pandas. My pandas are smart, they are intelligent, they are positive, and there is nothing that they cannot do when they set their mind to it. This year will be filled with unique challenges that we have never experienced before. But in the words of our superintendent, Dr. Joyce Ray, it is my hope that we will all extend grace to one another as we work through this most difficult, unusual, and peculiar time. Boys and girls, this is Principal Ingram, signing off for the last time this summer with our summer reading series. Be great, be you, and above all, know that Mr. Ingram loves you, and I can't wait to see you again. Be safe and continue to social distance and wear those masks. Have a great evening, boys and girls.